Okay, hold on. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me. I thought I could have it on landscape mode, but I guess you can only have it on portrait mode when it's on your phone here. So I guess it'll be pretty similar to the TikTok live streams for now, I guess. So I think in the future, I'm gonna stream on my laptop and that'll give you a better POV of what's going on. What's up, LML? I said I wouldn't be here, but I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can. Hey, welcome in. I am happy to have you here. This is gonna be very different from the TikTok format, I want to say. But let's just get straight into our Lego set here. So right here, I have the Darkseid Invasion set from, I want to say 2015, 2016, I think. But I'm very, very excited for this set, and I'm excited to give YouTube live streams a try. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. I've been meaning to get this set for ages now, I feel like, and it's so good to finally have it in the Lego collection. It's one of those sets that I have wanted for ages. It's a fantastic DC set as well, because it's not Batman themed, which is really what we only ever get for Lego DC now, is just Batman. So it's nice to get something that isn't exclusively Batman themed here, which would be good. And we also get some great minifigures in this set, including Darkseid, who's new to my collection. What is up, LML? What is going on? It has been forever since we've done a live stream, I want to say. So it is good to be back. So I'm feeling great. Hope you are doing well today as well. We also get a cool comic book included in this too. We have the Darkseid figure, who is my most anticipated figure out of the sets. Actually, I already have all the other ones, but still good to get multiples of them too, though. So it'll be nice. And of course, this is my very first live stream on YouTube. So if it's not as clear as my TikTok streams, then it's not like, you know, as if it doesn't go as smoothly, that's why. Still very new to it, but hey, that's how you get good at stuff, though. It's just by constantly doing it, I guess. So this should be, I hope, better than the TikTok lives, too, because in the future we'll have it in the other setting, what's it called, landscape mode. So you'll actually be able to see more of the set as we are building it. I don't like YouTube on my phone because I can't see very much while I comment. So TikTok probably does a better job at that than I would imagine. I haven't really watched many YouTube live streams though, so I've only seen like a few of them, I want to say, and that was like way back in the day. So I honestly have no idea what it looks like from the viewer's standpoint. I have a general idea, but yeah, I would imagine TikTok's probably better for mobile live streams because they're a mobile-based app, I guess. I'm probably have to leave eventually since I'm out of town right now. Well, either way, though, I appreciate you stopping by, though. It's always good to chat with all of y'all. Also, we have our first minifigure in the set. We actually get 3 minifigures in this first bag, which is really cool. We have Superman, who is basic, but hey, Superman is the GOAT, so I really like this minifigure. He's got the new soft style cape, and he's actually identical to the very first Superman minifigure that we ever got in Lego, except he has the newer style cape, and that's really it. Kind of wish he had the laser eye face, but oh well. I think it's still cool to get a Superman figure. And then the other minifigure that we get inside of this bag, who is exclusive to this set and also fairly expensive, I want to say, because he does have these cool little cloth, or not really cloth, but like, I guess like plastic feather pieces, which are for his wings. You get 1 set of each, so you can either have it kind of in this like extended flying form, or you can have it in kind of the regular area. I think the Hawkman minifigure I have before, though, I only had this set, so it's good to have both of them now. So I think I'll probably have him with the more, I guess, dramatic wing set, I guess. I'll send you a screenshot of what it looks like. Hey, that would be actually really helpful. That would be fantastic. I appreciate it a lot. That'll help me kind of curate something to make the YouTube streams go as smoothly as they can. I kind of want to get like an overlay going on, because like I know on YouTube you can have a lot more fancier stuff than you can on TikTok, which is pretty cool. Like I remember the streams I used to watch, there were like overlays and like just a bunch of cool displays as well. I might try and get it to like where I have multiple cameras set up. So like one like, you know, how y'all see it now. And then another one I could have like on top of my desk. That way we're able to see the desk more clearly. I guess kind of like a face cam looking thing. I don't know. But anyway, here is Hawkman. And he's probably my favorite minifigure in the set. My favorite like big fig and the only big fig in the set is Darkseid. But if we're only counting minifigures, I think Hawkman is probably my favorite. It's just not very often that you see these wings in Lego sets. The only other actual figure that has those is Hawk Girl, which is from the Lego Batman movie set. I think it's like the Justice League party or something. I get to try real deep dish pizza tonight for the first time. Oh, nice. That's exciting. Are you at, what is that? Is that a Chicago thing, I want to say? I don't know. But that's very, very exciting. Nice. I always like kind of trying different styles of pizza. We have this one restaurant where I live where they literally, it's like nothing too special about them. The only crazy thing is like the pizza slices are literally like this big. But like it's nothing like special besides how big the actual pizza is. But I feel like it's always fun kind of branching out and trying new foods. Also, we have one of the main reasons why I bought this set. Actually, we have the man himself, DC's version of Thanos, who actually came first. I think Darkseid came before Thanos did. He was introduced first, I think, and Thanos is kind of a Darkseid ripoff. I don't know. But DC and Marvel both rip each other off all of the time. But here he is, exclusive to this set, and pretty expensive too, so it's nice to get him sealed. It is Darkseid, the man himself. Looks fantastic. I'll be back later. I think we'll probably be live. This is a bit of a smaller set, but I think we're also going to try and get a Lego room tour in as well, because that'll be a lot of fun, because I think my YouTube audience is fairly different from my TikTok audience. I don't know, everybody watching, if are y'all from TikTok, or is this like y'all only know me from YouTube? Because I've noticed like a few of the comments I get, I don't really recognize any of them from TikTok. So it's kind of interesting to think that I just have like an entirely different audience on YouTube than I do TikTok. Because I'm only really used to having one specific audience on TikTok. And only fairly recently have I started actually making YouTube content. And what I will say about YouTube content, as opposed to TikTok content, is, oh my gosh, it is. There is a lot more effort put into it than the TikToks. Oh my gosh. I used to have a YouTube channel when I was like really little, when I was in middle school. Literally everybody did. Everybody kind of had that little YouTube phase where they would either make like, I feel like Minecraft Let's Play videos or like Roblox videos. My middle school phase was no different from that, I'll say. And I think I did Nintendo top 10s, and I did like really poor quality Lego stop motions as well. And even though my videos back then weren't the best, you kind of forget how much effort really goes into them. But I think it's a fun process though. And honestly, I might prefer the YouTube content more so than I do the TikToks, because I feel like with YouTube you can kind of like, every single video can have the potential to be its own unique thing. And so Elmel says I'll be back later, I think. Nice. All right, and I think we're actually almost done with our first bag. I think there's only 5 bags, I want to say, in this set, or maybe it's only 4. So only about 600 pieces inside of this actual set. So not too many compared to some of the other sets that I have built on Livestream, but it has been a while since I've done any form of Livestream content. So who knows how quickly it'll take us to actually get through this set. So we'll see, I guess. I've got a handful of other sets I'm excited to build on live soon as well, too. I did recently get the 2020, I want to say, iteration of Luke Skywalker's land speeder. That set I got, and I have yet to build. I did get Darth Vader's castle in the mail recently, too. I already built that, though. I already built that one. I did a little time lapse of that guy. And then we have the August 1st sets coming out very soon, actually. I am so excited about those. It feels like it's like, I don't know, the month of July is just kind of flown by, and it's like, oh shoot, in like a week or two, I think it's it's been a minute since we've had a big Lego release, I think, and kind of just like appeared. I was like, oh shoot, we got all the August sets coming out. Not just as I do not use TikTok whenever your YouTube videos appears on my main page, and I like it. Hey, I appreciate it, and I'm glad you like the YouTube content as well. I love making it. It's always fun just talking Lego. Like, I think recently I've just been like ranking stuff, but it's just fun having a little community to kind of talk about Lego with, share opinions and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And I have to say, from my experience, the Lego community is probably one of the most uplifting and supportive online communities that I think I have ever really been a part of. And it's so cool seeing everybody else's different Lego collections as well too, and just like getting inspiration from other people as well. It is just an amazing experience, I would say. And we have our first sticker piece of the set for Darkseid's little cruiser looking thing here. So boom, there we go. Nacho says hi from Spain. Oh wow, awesome. Hi from the United States. It's awesome that you're watching all the way out from Spain. That is amazing. Love to see it. Love to see it. It's kind of surprising sometimes. You know, you never really think, oh wow, this content can be seen by literally everybody from all across the world. And it always blows my mind when I see like sometimes how like big of a reach sometimes the content can get, like where people all across the globe are seeing it. So that is amazing. I'm happy to have you here as well. Greetings from Plan, and I'm not sure where that is, but hello. What is up, you? Welcome in. I appreciate the compliment on the collection, Nacho. I spend a lot of time and money on it, so I'm very happy that y'all enjoy it. I definitely put a lot into it. I feel like I sometimes put a little too much into it. I don't know if y'all are like this with your... Oh, Poland. Oh, I got you. Awesome. Well, hello from the United States. It's awesome to have you here from Poland, you. Great to have you. But I don't know if y'all have this problem with your Lego collections, but every time I get a new Lego set, I'm like, okay, I think this will look really good in this one spot. And then you kind of look at it, and I've like rearranged the same set like 20 different times around my Lego collection, or I'll just think, this could look better in this place, and then I just like go on this like big rabbit hole of rearranging like all my Lego sets. And I think it gets a little overkill sometimes. I'll just like get bored and I'll just think, where could this set go? And then I like try and have them displayed. Like, one thing that goes into my displays, I always am like, okay, how can I make these two sets like complement each other on display? Because like if you display sets that look similar to each other, or ones that are kind of from the same theme, and if you really think about like where you put them as well too, most of the time it pays off, because you're like, oh, okay, this looks really nice together, and they complement each other, and it makes the display look better. So a lot of thought definitely does go into it. I've been thinking about where I'm going to be placing all of the new August Wave sets, trying to see if I have space for them too. That's also a bit of an issue as well. It's like, am I going to have space for this? And if I do have space for it, will I have space as to like where I actually want to put it? Because like there's the other thing of like, oh, I might have an empty shelf, but that might be near my superhero stuff, and it's like I'm not gonna put like the Millennium Falcon next to like the Batcave or something, because that just doesn't really make sense. And I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna get a Lego set, you know, you got to display it in all of its glory, and you got to have stuff built around it that goes with it as well. Yes, kind of nightmare how to display his collection and themes get growing. I know, right? It is kind of it's hard to keep up with, isn't it? Because there's just so many new stuff that they're putting out, especially recently too, for most themes. Except DC. DC is the one exception where it doesn't seem like they're releasing a bunch of new stuff for them. I think like literally the only new DC stuff we get is for Batman. But like every other theme though, it feels like, and especially with Lego Ideas. Lego Ideas is the one I struggle with the most, because almost every single set that they release for the Lego Ideas sub-theme is like amazing, perfect. I love them all, and it's like I want to get them, but like the Lego Ideas sets are also like super expensive and they take up a bunch of space. And then I also try and like build them around my other sets. So like I think this is Lego Ideas, or it might be Lego Creator Expert, the XO1. I had trouble fitting that into my collection. Then I was like, hold on, I have the Stranger Things set. Let's see if I can get these sets displayed together, and they actually look pretty nice together as well too. I can actually show them off right there. Like I've got the Ghostbusters. Y'all have probably seen this already though, and then Stranger Things. And the haunted house. That's my little Halloween display. But I really want to get the Hocus Pocus set. I would love to get the Hocus Pocus set that just came out and have that displayed there. But as y'all saw, not a lot of space. So I guess I'll have to improvise a little bit and maybe rearrange a few things to actually make that work. But I think once I do eventually find space for it, I'll be very excited to buy that. Probably closer to Halloween is when I'll end up getting that. I think that'll be a nice little festive build for us during Halloween. Last year we built the Ecto 1 and the Monster Fighters haunted house, and this year I guess we got to find a new set to build, so I guess that'll be it. Also, we have finished Darkseid's little cruiser thing, I want to say. I'm not really sure what it is. It's like some kind of hovering device, and he can sit on top of it. Looks nice. It uses one of these bionicle joint things, which is pretty nice. So there we go. Let's see here. What do you think about the newest Lego The Marvel set with Captain Marvel? A little bit overpriced in my opinion. I think it looks cool, and then I saw the price. Like, I know a lot of people kind of have mixed opinions about the Marvels movie that's coming out, because the first Captain Marvel wasn't like the best Marvel movie that they have done. It was definitely probably one of the ones that was not as highly received. It was a bit more bland, you know. There's not a lot of like standout moments in the first Captain Marvel movie. And then the Marvels, like nobody really liked Miss Marvel, I want to say. I feel like Miss Marvel is another one of those kind of Disney Plus MCU things that was just, it kind of, nothing was crazy about it. It was good, but nobody was really like, oh my god, Miss Marvel is so good. Oh my god, Captain Marvel is so good. So there's not a lot of hype around the Marvels set. I thought it looked good. Like, I liked the minifigures. I thought it was really cool how they have Miss Marvel, and that's our first Miss Marvel minifigure we've gotten in like 6 years, I think. The last one was in 2017. Yeah, 6 years. So, except this one doesn't have the stretchy arms, but she is different though in the MCU, where she doesn't have like the stretchy powers that she does in the comics though. But I would say little overpriced is an understatement. 90 bucks for that small set. I was like, dang, I might buy this set. And then I saw 90 bucks and I was like, okay, no, I guess I'm gonna save some money in the month of, I think it's October is when it comes out, I want to say. Not entirely sure, but yeah, that's definitely gonna go on clearance, I feel like. So I'm waiting for clearance on that. And I like how you get the 3 cats as well. I thought that was funny as well. Love idea sets. Me too. The Lego idea sets are probably some of the best Lego sets that Lego has put out recently, because they're all so unique. Also, we have Green Arrow, who is not exclusive to this set. He does come in a Lego Dimensions pack. I think it's a poly bag that was exclusive for, I want to say, the PlayStation, or maybe it was just a gift with purchase. I don't know, but I know he also is in Lego Dimensions, but he is still fairly rare, I want to say. I think he's at least like a $20 minifigure, so happy to have another version of him in the collection. But Lego Ideas is fantastic. I feel like there have been very few bad Lego Ideas sets. The only one that I can really think of, and I think it's only really like terrible just because of how expensive and ridiculously overpriced it is the foosball table. I feel like the foosball table is the only one that comes to mind where I'm like, maybe not the best set, you know, because the other guys are really good, and I think there's some good sets, but foosball table, I missed the mark, and clearly Lego knows too, because it's like already retiring when it hasn't even been out for a year now, and I haven't even heard like anybody, I have not seen anybody trying to like rush to go buy the foosball table as well too, but the other ones are good, like Pac-Man, boom, fantastic Lego set. Hocus Pocus, another great one that they released recently. Like, they very rarely miss, I feel like, with the Lego Ideas sets, which is fantastic. And it kind of sucks because it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, they're so cool and I want them all, but then if I get them all, I don't have any more space for other Lego sets. So it's like, ooh, they need to stop releasing such good sets, man. It's making me broke. I did not know much about Hocus Pocus, then I discovered that my nieces loved the movie, so I was forced to buy. Oh, nice. Nice. That'll get you to buy something, I bet. Yeah. I bet I've seen like the pictures online, and oh my gosh, it looks like such a fantastic set. It reminds me of the Medieval Blacksmith a little bit, which I think is another Lego Ideas set as well too, which is another great one. But it reminds me of that a lot, and I know that's retiring at the end of the year, and I actually don't have that set. yet, but I'm hoping to maybe, if I can find space, get that one in the collection by the time it retires too. But going back to like kind of the finding a good spot to display stuff, though, I don't have any other medieval stuff in my collection, so I feel like it would kind of stand out a little bit, which I guess isn't really a bad thing, but you kind of want sets to complement each other, and just having a random blacksmith mixed with like a bunch of Star Wars stuff might not look the best on display, but hey, who knows? Maybe I will get it. Marvel set is so overpriced, only on heavy discount. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a lot like the what is it? The Black Panther Wakanda Forever set. It's the War on the Water set. That set super overpriced, but everybody loves the minifigures. I think the build in the Marvel set does look good though. I thought the boat was super ugly in the Black Panther set though. Only bought that set for the minifigures. But I think the Marvel set has a very solid build. It looks great, but yeah, I guarantee you that set is just going to be sitting on the shelves for nobody is buying that set for like whatever they're asking, $90 for 500 pieces. Like, I genuinely do not know what like I was thinking when they're like, oh, this seems like a fair price to charge people. I think people are going to buy this. Yeah, no. I do not think so. That is going to collect dust at all of the Lego stores, I guarantee you. So I think it's cool though, but we'll see, I guess. Foosball table, not for me. Nah, for real. It's I think it's a cool concept, but poor execution, I would say. I loved the Jazz Quartet, very underrated set. I've heard great things about the Jazz Quartet. My friend's got that one, and he was telling me to buy it because I have the Jazz Club modular building in my collection, and I was debating buying that to go alongside with it. So I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. You know, I could have a nice little jazz club and then the jazz quartet next to it, and it could look pretty interesting. But then I was like, maybe not though, because how my Lego City is displayed, there's not really a lot of room to like, you know, add other stuff to it because it's literally already as full as it can get. It actually overlaps the shelf a little bit. It hangs off the shelf, but luckily it hasn't fallen off. I don't think it will, but it's like just the very edge of, I think it's the boutique hotel actually, is like hanging off the shelf, and it's yeah, it scares me a little, but hey, at least it has not fallen yet, which is good. But who's to say that won't happen in the future? I guess I'll learn my lesson if it does happen. Nacho says, yes, I didn't buy the War on the Water. I kind of regret buying it at full price. I bought it during double VIP points weekend when it like first came out. And then I found that like most retailers have it for 50% off now. And I was like, oh, dang. Now I feel stupid because I really wanted that Ironheart Mark II minifigure. And I actually really liked Wakanda Forever. I thought it was a great movie. I know that movie gets its fair amount of hate, I would say, but I enjoyed Wakanda Forever. Not one of the best Marvel movies, but definitely better than the stuff we have gotten recently. And so I was like, okay, I kind of want Ironheart because of it. And boom, I bought this set, but I'm not proud of buying it at full price. So who knows? Is Hocus Pocus a popular movie in the US? Because here in Poland, almost no one has heard about this movie. That's why Hocus Pocus is not selling well here. I think in the United States, definitely it's a little bit popular. It's one of the most rewatched Halloween movies, I want to say. I feel like I watch it almost every Halloween, and I know a lot of other people do as well. Another reason why the set is so popular right now too is it had the what's it called? Hocus Pocus 2 released on Disney Plus, and a lot of people were rewatching the first Hocus Pocus because they were kind of like doing a marathon, like, oh, let's see the first one, and then we'll watch the second one for the first time. So everybody's kind of thinking about Hocus Pocus, and then Lego drops the set. But I think it's definitely way more popular in the United States, because in the United States, I think it's a big part of like kind of history too, because there was this thing called the Salem witch trials, which was like the super messed up thing that they had going on like in the 1600s, where it was this crazy thing. Like you would call somebody a witch and it was its own big thing. If you want to learn more about it, like, you know, there's Google and stuff, because I honestly don't remember too much about it. It's been a while since I've learned about them, but these Salem witch trials are like a big part of United States history. So I think that's maybe another reason why, but not entirely sure. I just know it's a little bit popular here. You should have made your phone sideways for the live. I tried to, but it doesn't let me do it on my phone. That was my first thought. I was like, I want to make it sideways so y'all can see more of what we're doing, but it wouldn't let me. So I'm still figuring things out. I might actually try, this is gonna look weird. I'm actually, boom. I might try streaming on my laptop next time, and that way it'll kind of have its own built-in tripod. But I don't know if the camera quality will be as good as it is on my phone though, so I'll have to play around with that. I was saying earlier, we have another set that I can build on live too, the Luke Skywalker's land speeder, and then we'll have all of the August 1st sets to build too, so there will be no shortage of Lego sets for us to build. I'm excited to bring the live streams over to YouTube. I think this will be the start of something great, and I'm very excited that we're finally kickstarting it. I was kind of waiting for a big kind of milestone to start doing them, and what better milestone than hitting our first 100 subscribers? I think that was the perfect occasion to kind of celebrate. So I was like, okay, here we go. It's live stream time, you know. But that's the end of that rant, I guess. Welcome back, LML. Nice to have you back in here. In my opinion, Guardians 3 was terrible, but Wakanda Forever was okay. I think that is probably your biggest hot take. I'm gonna be for real. Biggest hot take. I loved Guardians 3. Wakanda Forever, though, I do agree. It was good. It could have been better, but compared to some of the recent stuff Marvel's done, not really. Elmos, let's drive donation setup. I think I have to like get 1,000 subscribers to unlock all of the live features, because I was like looking around on the YouTube Studio website that they have, and what's cool about YouTube that's different than TikTok is TikTok you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live and live stream. I think YouTube you literally only need 25 to go live, but they lock a lot of the features behind hitting that 1,000 subscriber threshold though, so while it's available, you don't get all of the features right off the bat. I'm assuming that's part of it, but oh well, I don't really mind too much. I think the biggest thing that I have missed about the TikTok live streams has just been the sense of community and just chatting with everybody. Yes, way more popular in the US. I didn't even realize it was like kind of unheard of, or just like this thing where it's like, oh, whatever, hocus pocus in other countries. So that's kind of interesting to think about, you know, like there's could be some things like in Europe and stuff that are super, super popular, but like I may have never heard of them or something. Like you always hear about it with food. I feel like I've seen like British actors trying American food or something, and they're like, what is this? Like I think Twinkies is one of the big ones, and like maybe some candy bars as well too, though not entirely sure. But it's crazy to think how different things can be, like both like popularity wise with like media and then food and just all that kind of stuff. It's very interesting to think about. Use the laptop for the next live. I think I will, that's probably a good idea. You know, we'll have 2 live streams to kind of go off of. One is on the phone, one is on the laptop. That also makes the chats bigger too, which will be very useful, because that's one thing I have to like stare at the screen like that to actually see what y'all are saying. So that'll be good too, I think. And I won't have to use this like super cheap tripod I got off of Amazon. So that'll be nice too. We'll reduce a little bit of the clutter on my desk, which is good because there's already enough clutter with all of the Lego pieces that we have to build. So if we can reduce any of that, I think that is the best thing ever. So yeah. What set is beside the Dark Trooper to the left? What is beside the Dark Trooper? Oh, so I have the Death Star 2 gift with purchase, as well as the Ewok Village. And then also beside it, I think it's a little blurry, that is the ATTE and the 2016 Clone Turbo Tank, which was the last set that we built on live. Still very happy to have that in the collection. I think that is, will always actually probably be one of my favorite Star Wars sets in my Lego collection. I always love the stuff they do for like the prequel / the Clone Wars era of Star Wars, because recently we've been getting some good sets off of that, but I feel like for a while we would never get any sets based off of the prequels. So once you did get one, I feel like they would always do a great job with it. But It's been a while since we've gotten a turbo tank, though. I'm thinking, since it's been so long, that might be a set that we'll get a remake of fairly soon. So if we do, that would be cool. I don't know how I feel about it, though, because I did just buy the retired one. But it'll be good if they give us some new minifigures or something, and if it's like a completely different design, like the gunship. So who knows, I guess. Maybe, because like I think anytime they have remade a Lego set, they've done something to make the original retain its value, or they've had like one big change that makes it worth buying both iterations of it. Because like if they made a new one, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll have another one to add to the, I guess, Republic army, because that's something I also kind of want to do, is just like build up a giant clone army and just have a bunch of vehicles or something. Because I'm excited with the gunship that's coming out, the Coruscant gunship. That'll be a good set to kind of have for army building. We'll get some nice little shock troopers to add to the collection, because they have not made a shock trooper in 10 years now, which is kind of annoying, but it's, I guess, better late than never, you know, so it'll be good to get a new one. Also, here's what we've got so far for the Javelin. I'm going to head out. If you're live in an hour, I might join back. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I can't make any promises, but I will definitely be live until we finish the set. Also, what I love about YouTube, you get a little counter to see how long you've been live for, which is cool. They don't do that on TikTok. You don't get a nice little counter to tell you how long you've been live for. That's kind of cool. You can see how far into this, well, I guess it's a good countdown to see like how long it takes you to build a Lego set, because that's something you don't really think about when you're building one. You just like, I don't ever time myself. I feel like that'd be cool to kind of see like, oh, it took me this long. I always do like rough estimates, I want to say. Like I remember when I built the UCS Millennium Falcon, I literally just, my timeline for how long it took me to build the set was, oh, is this Star Wars movie over or not? Because I did like a huge marathon of the Star Wars movies. I saw almost every single one except for the sequel trilogy. I like the sequels. The sequels aren't terrible. They're missed opportunities, but they have their moments in them. It was not out of like, oh, I hate the sequels that I didn't get them, but or that I didn't watch them. I finished the set before I could finish all of the movies. I watched the first 6 as well as Solo and Rogue One. So I think that's like roughly 18 hours, I think it took me to do that. But I don't know. I did not like the stud shooters instead of bubbles on the new gunship wings. Okay, I hated that too. Yeah. Not enough people, I feel like, talk about that. A lot of people are like, oh my God, new gunship. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, new gunship too. But like, also, yeah, the no bubble turrets kind of bugs me a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm very grateful we're getting a new gunship, because the old 2013 one is like $400, $500. I think maybe even a little more nowadays if you want that sealed. So it's good to have an alternative anyway, because the prices on the 2013 one and all of the older iterations definitely was not going to go down anytime soon. So I'm very happy that we finally did get a remake, and I'm happy that at least it's a different color scheme and just an entirely different design as well, because it makes me still want to buy the 2013 one. It gives me reason to still buy that, but also gives me a good alternative to where I feel like I don't have to have it in my collection, because I'll have a gunship. Because for the longest time, I've just wanted a gunship because it's such an important part of the kind of prequel era. I've been thinking about getting the UCS one, but the UCS one, it's just so big, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. So I have to like find some way to display that. I've seen like some people make like little wall mounts for it, which is pretty cool, where you can like screw a metal bracket into the wall and then the gunship just kind of hangs off of that, and that's a great way to save some space. I think that's literally the only way I'd be able to fit it into my Lego collection, I want to say. So if I'm able to find one of those, if they actually have those in the United States, I might try and get that, and then I won't buy the 2013 one, because I've got like some of the minifigures from it, so like it's kind of like I don't really need it at this point, because I have like the main minifigure I wanted in that set's Padme, and I already have her in my Lego collection, and she's also one of the more expensive ones too. So like since I already have her, I feel like I'm not as like pushed to buy it anyway too. So it's whatever, I guess. I hate episode 8 and 9, LOL. You know, 8 has its moments, so does 9. 9, the only good moment is literally the very end of the movie, because the movie's over, so like, yeah, I don't have to sit through that anymore. And I also really liked the voices scene where all of the Jedi are Jedi past are all standing behind Rey, and I thought it was great because they also include the Jedi from Star Wars Rebels. Like, we got Kanan, not in live action, but hey, we got his voice in a live action Star Wars project, which I thought was cool. We got Ahsoka, we heard her voice, and it was there were just like so many other Jedi that like we just don't see too much of, and it was cool to see them. So I liked that part of it. Everything else though kind of sucked. I didn't like how Palpatine came back. It kind of ruins Anakin's sacrifice. And yeah, I just have my fair share of problems with the sequel trilogy, like everyone else, I guess, too. Episode 8, I found myself liking a little bit more than other people do. Nothing on the original trilogy, though. Like, it's okay, but, like, the other Star Wars movies are so much better. So, like, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. It's just kind of like, eh. You know, it's just a solid movie, but, like, that's really it. There's nothing too crazy about it, in my opinion. Episode 7's good. I agree. Episode 7 was really good. Everyone was so hyped that Star Wars was coming back. I remember, I think that's actually the most viewed trailer on YouTube, I think, is for Episode 7, because Disney had just bought Star Wars from George Lucas, and they were like, okay, guys, it's finally time for Star Wars to return, and everybody was just going crazy over the new trilogy, and they were like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to see. And then the hype was there, and then after episode 8 dropped, yeah, the hype definitely went down a little bit, I would say. Did I see I finally got the 2014 Star Destroyer? I did see that. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. That is a fantastic set to have in your LEGO collection. I think very happy for you. I think you will love that set so much. So that's a classic set, I want to say. And definitely much easier to display than the UCS one, because the UCS one I was thinking about getting, but it's also way too expensive, and it doesn't even have an interior, which is one of my big gripes with the set. I think the 2014 one does, though. So that part of it is better than the UCS one, which is good. Not often is a Playscale set considered better than the UCS one, so that's good, or at least in my opinion. I don't know if that's the general consensus from the LEGO community, but it's one of mine, I would say. I feel like I usually appreciate the UCS sets a bit more. Also, this is bag 2, all finished up, but congrats. I think that'll look great in your collection. All right, I figured the next time I go, if the 2008 gunship is for sale, I'm gonna get it. Hey, that'll look fantastic. I think you'll love that set. I think you should have that displayed if you're still planning on getting the Coruscant gunship. You should definitely try and display the two together. Have a nice little gunship fleet. Also, here is bag 3 out of 4. So we're almost finished with this set. So like I said earlier, you know, not like too many pieces inside of it, but it's definitely a fun build. It's not every day you get to build a LEGO DC set that isn't Batman themed. So even if it's not the biggest LEGO set in my collection, I'm still having a blast building it. And we get a Cyborg minifigure who is, I don't think he's exclusive to this set. I think he also comes out in some LEGO Dimensions ones. This is, I think, my second Cyborg minifigure I've got. I have the one from the CMF series, and then I've also got another version of this character, because it was back when I was trying to collect all of the Teen Titans, and I would just buy all of the minifigures separate from the sets on Bricklink. When I first got back into LEGO back in, I want to say 2019 was when I did, but yeah. Loved the Ghost, though. The Ghost is fantastic. Oh my gosh. The Ghost is like the perfect LEGO Star Wars set. I'm so happy they're bringing it back. Only thing I would change is the minifigure selection. I wish we got more members from the Ghost crew, but I think the minifigure selection will make more sense once Ahsoka does come out. So I think we'll understand it a bit more when the time comes for the show to come out, which is less than a month now. So that's exciting. That's my most hyped Star Wars project of all time, I would say, is Ahsoka. I really was excited for Clone Wars Season 7. That was really good, but it was a bit of a shorter show, I want to say. Only 12 episodes, though the episodes we did get were fantastic, though. So I still liked it a lot. Just wish it was a bit longer. And I also did not like the Trace and Rafa episode. episodes. Those were just terrible. I hated those. I don't think anybody liked those episodes. And I remember when they had the Bad Batch coming out, they thought, oh, let's make Trace and Rafa have a cameo. And I was like, no, nobody wanted this. What are you talking about? But also, though, I was also really excited for Bad Batch. But yeah, the entire lineup of Ahsoka sets that recently got revealed, they all look fantastic. I'm excited for the arm printing Ahsoka minifigure, and then we're getting Sabine Wren with her Mandalorian helmet as well, which is much needed because the original Mandalorian helmet is like $100 now. So not trying to pay $100 for a helmet. So that's good that we're finally getting a somewhat affordable one. You can buy the set now for $100 and get the, or I think it's even less than $100. And you get the Sabine minifigure, and you also end up getting an entire set too. So you're not just paying $100 for a helmet, which is good because, yeah, retired Lego Star Wars sets, no joke at all, I would say. So yeah, definitely hype we're getting that. UCS is a nightmare to display. Some people display with just one wing. That's what my brother did for a while too. Yeah, because my brother has the UCS Republic gunship. So like I've seen it in person and it does look really nice. It's a very impressive set. But yeah, the wings I have heard is definitely a bit of a challenge. I had the most stress. I want to say my only big UCS Star Wars set is the biggest of them all, the UCS Millennium Falcon, and that was a nightmare finding display space for that guy in the collection. It was very hard because the original place that I had actually set up for it was too small. So I had literally no idea what I was going to do with it. I was just like, this is not what I was expecting. I was like, I thought it was going to fit, but then it didn't. And I was like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to put this. But luckily I found a space for it though in the collection. And I think it looks great where it is. So I guess it worked out for the best, you know, because I like how I have it now, because I even was able, a little added bonus, was able to find space for the UCS AT-AT, which I have been wanting for a while too. So before I didn't have space for that, but now I made space for the Falcon, and while I was at it, found space for the AT-AT. So I would call that a win. But yeah, it's definitely hard to find space for the UCS sets because they are, it's one of the problems with them. I guess they're good and bad. Is the detail's great, but display space, yeah, kind of hard. Good idea, buy the 2013 gunship used without figs if you already got them. Yeah, only thing is I want it to be in good condition though. And because the thing is, when I buy retired Lego sets, recently I've been only buying them sealed because sometimes the used stuff is kind of gross. Like you save money, but like you have to wash all the pieces and you have to sort through them. And my mindset when it comes to that is like, I might as well just work more and make more money and spend more money on the Lego set than spend all that time cleaning and sorting through all of the pieces. But like the gunship is so expensive though, to the point where like it's very tempting to try and find it used. So I very well might end up doing that. I mean, who knows? We'll just have to see. If there's a good deal on eBay, I might have to do that. Also, I hate placing these sticker pieces on this. It kind of stresses me out. I hate stickers and Lego sets. That's another big gripe I have is, yeah, stickers, not the funnest part. I want to place bricks, not stickers. But hey, we've been doing pretty good so far. So there we go. That's our sticker on one side of the front of the Javelin. It's also cool to get a spaceship for Lego DC as well. I feel like the only vehicles we really get are, again, and the only sets we get, again, going on this rant again, Batman. So very nice to kind of switch it up a bit. It's funny to have a DC set without Batman in it because all of the ones I've built recently have had him in there. So nice little change from what we've been doing for a while. And there's like no black pieces in this as well too, which is what I'm so used to having for DC sets. They have kind of a darker color scheme because, you know, Batman. But oh well. In my opinion, the only vehicle where the play scale is better than UCS is the Star Destroyer, Gunship, X-Wing, and Obi-Wan Starfighter. The play scale X-Wing is fantastic. I love that set. Like seriously, if y'all don't have that in your collection, buy the play scale X-Wing before it retires at the end of the year. You get some great minifigures, though most of them do show up in the new Yavin 4 set though, but the Princess Leia does not, and that's probably one of the better Leias that we have gotten in Lego, in my opinion. I love the episode 4 kind of iconic look with the dress and the skirt piece. That is, it also comes out in the TANF 4 as well too. I think for a while it was exclusive to the TANF 4, so she was a bit more expensive, but then they threw her in the X-Wing, so she kind of lost a little bit of that value. But I don't mind though, because that kind of makes more people able to have access to one of the more iconic designs in the Star Wars universe. So that's good. I love the mini scale for capital ships. Wish Lego continues over the next few years. Oh yeah, because we did get the what is it, the Super Star Destroyer Lego set recently, which that set looks fantastic. I still need to get that in my collection because that was like their big Return of the Jedi release. I want to say was the they had the Super Star Destroyer as well as the dioramas, and those guys are some fantastic Lego sets. I did get every single Return of the Jedi set that they released because I kind of like went crazy with the Return of the Jedi celebrations. I bought the Ewok Village, the Endor Speeder Chase diorama, and a bunch of the other new Return of the Jedi sets. I even got the Brickheads as well, which I don't usually get, but recently I don't know, the Brickheads have been kind of growing on me, where I've been buying more of them recently. So I even got the Brickheads, but kind of forgot that the Star Destroyer existed. And I think that would also look really nice next to the Death Star gift of purchase that they did. Also, here's our other sticker piece that we just placed. So that's good. We only have 2 more, and these are larger stickers. I tend to get more stressed out placing the larger stickers, but they're usually easier. So I don't know why I guess if you mess up on the large stickers, it's way more noticeable, but they are at the end of the day a bit easier to attach though. And oh well, this gives us a good idea as to how big this set is actually gonna be. It looks really nice actually. It's got a very sleek design. I think this is probably one of the better Lego DC sets that we have gotten. I think we actually built all of our minifigures too. I didn't even realize that. Dang. I thought we had one more, but I think that was it actually, because we just get like some of the Justice League members, and then the big highlight for this set, in my opinion, is Darkseid, who we got to build in the first bag, which is good. So we didn't have to wait to build him, and he just looks I love this big fig. I've been getting a lot of big figs recently, and he's probably my favorite. I got the Killer Croc big fig today too, as well, so that was nice. Once the 14 Star is incredible. I would highly recommend for sure. I might honestly get that one. That would look cool. So we'll see. That's why I want the 08 gunship, because that and the Coruscant are both from Clone Wars. Glad we are getting an E-Wing instead of another Y/X-Wing. I know, right? I'm gonna be for real, I hadn't even heard of the E-Wings, but I think it looks great. And it's what I also really like about the Ahsoka sets. All of the starfighters in this line are colorful. They have actual color on them, which is something I feel like we need in our Star Wars sets, is a little bit of color, because a lot of them kind of just blend in, and it's just a lot of gray and dark gray and black, and like, don't get me wrong, they look good, but we needed some color to kind of bring out the Star Wars displays a little bit. So I'm very happy that they finally decided to give us some nice looking ships. I think I'm probably going to buy every single set from the Ahsoka wave, though I am definitely more excited for the Ghost and Ahsoka's T6 shuttle. Not as excited for the we also have one of our there's one more sticker. I thought it was our last one, but nah, we just got one smaller one. I'm also excited for the other set that they revealed though, apart from the Ghost, because that one does look cool too. Just the other ones are way better. I think it's the only disappointing thing about the Ahsoka wave is no Thrawn minifigure, since he's going to play such a big part in the show. But I think down the road we might eventually get a new Grand Admiral Thrawn. Who knows? Or maybe they're trying to, be loyal to the old fans and not take down the value of him super much, because he's like one of the most expensive, or not really the most expensive, but one of the more expensive Star Wars minifigures. I think it's like at least $100, maybe even more if you want him in good condition. Also, there are these nice little panel pieces right here. I'm getting every September 1st Star Wars set. You can find a used 2013 without figs for like $350. Honestly, that doesn't even sound that bad though, compared to the purchases I've been making recently. Like, definitely expensive, but recently though, I've been spending a bit much on the Lego sets. So it's gotten to the point for me with the hobby where that doesn't even sound like a lot of money, even though that is a lot to drop on a Lego set. But for the summer wave though, I think I'm planning on, like, I looked at my wish list on Lego.com. I think with all the sets I'm planning on getting, it's like 700 or something, like just shy of 700 that I'm gonna be spending. So yeah, that's definitely a lot more affordable, but it'll be a while, I feel like. So yeah, specifically the new 2021 X-Wing is incredible. The 2018 one is overrated. I haven't really seen the 2018 one, so I can't really speak to that one as much. I know a lot of people's problem with the old TIE fighters though from like 2018-ish, I want to say, was they were way too expensive, and also I think a little bit out of scale too, like where they were just like too big. So I think that's one thing that the kind of new original trilogy sets have really done a good job at, is scale and price. I really like the new X-Wing that we got, and I'm loving all of the new TIE fighters as well. I've got the TIE Interceptor, which was great. The just basic TIE fighter was good, and then I loved getting the TIE Bomber, because I think we had not gotten a TIE Bomber set, like, period, from Lego. Or if we did, I think it was from, like, literally 20 years ago, and it was just severely outdated, where they were still using the blue color scheme for a bunch of the Star Wars sets, which, excuse me, I think was the same instance for the TIE Interceptor, I want to say, as they kind of used the blue color scheme, because I think they did not have, I think the reason for it was they had not come out with like the dark gray color yet or something. Not entirely sure what it was, but I know there was some reason as to why it was blue, because yeah, I've seen TIE fighters and they are definitely not blue, but I guess you got to work with what you've got though. Also, look at this. This is looking more and more finished. I am very proud of this. I'm excited to build a stand for it and have it with the other DC stuff. I think it'll look amazing. Yes, along the Death Star gift of purchase and Nebulon B frigate. Oh, that set is expensive. Oh my gosh, that and the Best Spindle. So mad I didn't get either of those. Those guys were such good sets. I really want the Best Spindle, because that's kind of one of the OG Lego Star Wars dioramas before they actually made it an official theme, was the Best Spindle, and that's probably one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. I want it so badly. The only thing that's missing from that set is the like new standard for the dioramas, where they have like the quotes from the scene that they're depicting. It's the only thing missing in that set. Literally everything else about it is perfect. I like that we get the it was when arm print Vader was still very new to the Lego sets, and it was like, I remember when arm printing Darth Vader was like a $30 minifigure. Now they're throwing them in like literally every set, it feels like, which is good. I'm glad we're getting, you know, more detailed minifigures and cheaper sets. That's awesome. Also, finally, we are placing our last sticker, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. That's always the worst part about building a Lego set, and the most stressful. We get this shield that has the Justice League design on it, which I think looks really nice, and this is going to attach to the front here. So this is gonna, I think, fill in this like ugly gap that we have going on towards the front of our Javelin here. So that'll be good. And I'm assuming the last bag is just gonna get us our wings, I think, because that's really all that's left. And then I guess the we need the window piece as well too. That's definitely important. We gotta have our windshield so that the heroes can like actually use the spaceship and not just like fall out, because yeah, that's not good. When you have a spaceship, you I don't know if it's a spaceship or if it's just a ship. I don't know, but I know you don't want to fly through the windshield though. That's definitely a given with any sort of ship. So we'll be adding the finishing touches fairly soon, and then we'll get to place this in the Lego collection, but like, you know, it won't be like completed, because I like to build little stands for everything. So, and I haven't actually separated the pieces from that, so I'll have to update y'all on that once we finish it up. I think I might that'll be in our new collection tour video in a few weeks, I think, because it's almost time for a new one, because the month is over. So almost time for a new Lego collection tour. Also, look at that. That looks really nice. It's very satisfying to have that kind of click into place there. And it looks like we have just one more step in this entire instruction booklet. And what's weird is we're actually going to move on to another book, even though we have more pieces to go here. So that's kind of confusing. I just checked to make sure I didn't like accidentally skip a step, but no, they just you still have some pieces left that we're like, okay, let's go to a new instruction book. So whatever, I guess. But hey, that's a good indicator of progress though. On the last instruction book, you get 3 in this Lego set, and we are now moving on to the third one. The first one literally is the smallest thing ever. It's literally just this small little pod for Darkseid here, but everything else, though, is very, I would say, or not like super long to build, but definitely a lot longer than that like super tiny ship side build, though. So that's good. I think I accidentally snapped off a piece of this. Let me backtrack here and make sure, because I have like this random extra plate, which I feel like should not be extra because this guy is not clicking in to this. I think this guy is, no, I don't know. Does it go here? Oh, wait. Huh, okay. I think, let's see. If I put this guy right here, will it have a better time connecting to this? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, cool. Crisis averted, and we are on with the next instruction book. Geez, that stressed me out. That's something I don't miss about live streams. You're like, oh no, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Am I gonna have to completely take apart everything I just built? But no, we're chilling, thankfully. So thank God. In my opinion, 2015 was the last good year for DC. 2018 had some good sets too, though. Like the DC supervillains sets, I thought those were good. Underrated. We got some great minifigures. Like we got Reverse Flash and Lobo, Killer Frost. So 2018 was pretty good, but then after that, I would agree, it kind of went down a little bit. Not much into DC, but that set looks great. I know, right? It kind of reminds me of Star Wars sets a little bit. It's kind of got like a similar color scheme. I think this has been one of the most highly praised DC sets that they have done, I want to say. I really, it's like, I think it's up there for them. There's definitely been a lot more highly received ones, but like, as far as like play scale sets, this is definitely one of the more popular ones. Because there's like, you'll always have like the UCS Batman sets and kind of the OG 2006 ones, which are really what everybody likes, are the 2006 ones. Those are probably the most popular ones. Also, we've got this little part down here. Sure, we get a Thrawn and Ezra next year. Possibly, you know, I could see them doing that as well too. Because yeah, I didn't even think about no Ezra in this. Because I already have the Ezra minifigure, so I'm not really thinking much about that. But yeah, it'd be cool to just get the entire Ghost crew again. What if they like made new Star Wars Rebel sets? I would love that. I have most of the crew though, including Zeb, and Blind Kanan was one that I got recently too that I really liked. But who knows? Maybe yeah, we'll see the return of Star Wars Rebel sets, because I never really thought we would get some. But I guess with the Ahsoka show though, it kind of is. I bet this is what's gonna get a lot of people to finally watch Star Wars Rebels. One of the most underrated pieces of Star Wars content, in my opinion. And I'm glad that it seems like it'll finally get some more of the attention that it deserves, because Star Wars Rebels has probably some of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars. And it, like Kanan Jarrus, the GOAT, one of the most underrated Star Wars characters of all time. Really hope he makes a cameo in Ahsoka. I hope like we get some kind of flashback or something where we get to see in live action Kanan, because we've been seeing him in the Bad Batch and some of the other Star Wars projects. So hopefully we do, but we'll see. What year is that set? I think it's 2015. 2015, I want to say. It could be 2016, but I'm pretty sure it's 2015. But looking good so far. Thank you so much. I agree. And I'm very happy with my purchase. It was a bit on the expensive side. I think I paid like $120 for it, which is like not too crazy compared to how expensive some retired sets can get. I think it's also like not too far off of its original retail value. I want to say this went for like $80, $70 or $80 back in the day, but then you also have inflation to account for. So I want to say this set has, you know, definitely gone up in value a little bit, but it's not like going to cost you an arm and a leg like a 2013 gunship will, which still want that set so badly. I'm actually considering what you were saying, Brick Guy, of getting the one used, because, you know, that could be a better option for me. And since I already have the minifigures that I want, because, like, the clone troopers are cool, but, like, they look, I'm not really, like, super excited about them for that set, though, because I already have a bunch of other clone troopers, and really most of them look almost identical. And I love getting a bunch of clones, don't get me wrong, but the Phase 1 clones, not as into them at all. So yeah, honestly, if LEGO's not going to release more X sets, I'm going to just rebuild all my old ones. I haven't seen the DC villain set, so I'm just saying 2015. Oh, yep. 2015 ones are amazing. Oh, you also get some bombs in this set too, it looks like. So these guys kind of sit inside of here, and let's see if I can actually load this up without them falling out. So lots of play features in this set as well too. So I like that. Even though I probably don't use them too much, it's still cool to have them in the LEGO set though, because I don't know, it's something as you're building, you're like, oh, that's a nice little added touch to the set, you know, and it makes you kind of, I guess when you're a kid though, like I mainly bought LEGO DC sets when I was younger, so I would always appreciate those for all of like my big like storylines that I'd have for them. I used to always, I bought a lot of DC sets back in 2013 and 2014. And I remember this one came out like right when I was getting out of LEGO. Also, boom, that's what we've got so far. Let's see what else we have. I haven't seen the DC villain sets, I'm just saying 2015. They are not as good as the 2015 ones, but they're decent. The only one I have from them, also we are now getting into our final bag of the live stream. So we're almost done with the set, y'all. There's hardly any pieces in this bag too. This is definitely one of the smaller ones. Not as small as the first bag though, because again, the first bag, we literally only built this. So, but it's definitely comparable to it though. So, oh wow. You kind of hate to see the set come to a close when, because like I feel like I'm not going to build anything similar to this in a while, but I do have one of the 2018 DC supervillain sets. I've got the Lex Luthor mech Takedown, and that's got some great minifigures in it. It's got Wonder Woman, Cheetah, Firestorm, and you get a new Lex Luthor minifigure, but I'm gonna be honest, we have a million Lex Luthor minifigures in LEGO, so I think he is probably, it's a good minifigure, oh geez. It's a big minifigure, but like not the best out of the entire selection. I'm missing Blind Kanan and the crew from Captain Rex's ATTE. Oh, nice. I have Blind Kanan, and he is probably my favorite out of all of the Star Wars Rebels minifigures that I have, just because Kanan is my favorite out of the entire crew. And I love the face piece that they use for Blind Kanan, the little hairpiece, I should say. It looks really good. I'm gonna show him off right there. That's my little Star Wars Rebels collection. We got Maul, Chopper, Hera, Blind Kanan, Ezra, Sabine, and Zeb. I really want to get the Rebels Ahsoka minifigure as well too, but I think I might hold off now that we're getting the new Ahsoka series sets, because I feel like that Ahsoka looks similar enough to the Star Wars Rebels one where I should not spend the like $200+ it is for that minifigure. So I'm guessing, I guess that'll save me a little bit of money. I won't feel as compelled to buy it, which is good, because I'm telling you, man, I got so close to buying her to kind of complete the Star Wars Rebels collection, but I think now I'm gonna try and get Agent Kallus instead with the cool little helmet, or maybe I'll just have the new Ahsoka with my shadow box. She'll probably replace Admiral Akbar in the display. Don't tell anyone, but I bought a knockoff 2013 gunship, and I just loved it. Oh, hey, I don't personally buy the knockoffs, but, you know, hey, if you enjoy it, good for you, you know. Not my cup of tea, but hey, I'm not gonna hate on you for buying fake Lego, because, bro, with how expensive the retired sets can get, dude, I can, you know, I won't judge. I won't judge. I'm very picky, so I wouldn't get it, but like, hey, there's not much of an alternative though, because like if you want it sealed too, it's like $600-700. Like you could buy a UCS set at that price, and you're getting a play scale set. Jeez. So definitely a good alternative. Do I remember me? I'm Cole from TikTok. I don't know if you saw my older comment. If so, sorry. I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's weird getting used to like everybody's different names and stuff, but yes, I do. Yes. Cole Mitchell. Yes, yes. It's just like it's weird because like I'm so used to calling you Cole Mitchell from your TikTok username, but then I'm like reading off what I see on YouTube, and it's like, ooh, it's like different nicknames and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. I feel like especially it's gonna take some getting used to over the next few streams that we do plan on doing for YouTube, because I'm gonna try and like play around with like having it on landscape mode and just all of this other kind of stuff. It's weird, you know, you get so used to doing things a certain way, and then it's like, oh, boom, we're gonna start doing it this way now. So it'll be a bit of a learning curve, but I'm sure it'll pay off in the long run. So I'm excited for it. When I was younger, I bought DC and Star Wars. When I was younger, I was super into DC because the Lego Batman 2 game had come out. And so I was buying the sets from that and the sets that they had released after those ones retired, because I was obsessed with the Lego Batman 2 game. So I'd buy all of these Lego DC sets, and I would also buy Lego Creator and Lego City sets, because my big goal when I was younger, when I was like really into collecting Legos, I also was like my first like big collection was Lego Ninjago when they first launched that TV show back in like 2011. I want to say. Also, we've got the back thruster for this, which looks pretty nice. But back in 2011 was when Lego Ninjago first launched. I had like almost every single set, I want to say, or not really, no, not that much, but I had a decent amount of the original like Lego Ninjago sets. I really liked the spinners. And then back in like 2013, 2014, I would get Lego DC sets and Lego City and Lego Creator sets, because I really wanted to kind of have my own Gotham City, so I could kind of play the Lego Batman 2 game like in real life. Was kind of the gimmick. I was like, oh, cool, I'm building Gotham City in real life. And so that was the big reason that kind of got me into Lego DC. And I think I've just always been a DC fan. You know, like growing up, I really liked the Batman TV show. I was a little too young for the Batman the Animated Series, so I didn't grow up on that. But I have seen Batman the Animated Series now, though. So I actually remember more of Batman the Animated Series now, which is weird, than I do the Batman, which is what I actually grew up on. So it's kind of weird how that's switched up. But oh well, I guess, you know, I guess you kind of move on a little bit. But I really want to see the Batman animated series, though. I've heard great things about that. I kind of want to give that a chance, though, because I don't remember like any of it from my childhood. So I definitely gotta rewatch, I think, so that I can actually understand what is going on with that show and stuff. But I always wanted to build my own Gotham City, and so that's what I collected, I think. I know buying knockoffs is not cool for the Lego community, but retired set prices are just insane. And I think, you know, as much as I love the Lego community, I'll be honest, bro, sometimes they can be a little toxic. Like, honestly, when it comes to buying, like, the knockoffs, I think as long as you, like, knowingly have bought that, then, hey, why is it anybody's business? You know, like, if you enjoy the Lego set you bought, then, like, boom, there you go. You know, I feel like it's kind of annoying how a lot of people are like, no, you can't buy that. It's knockoff. And I think it's, like, even though I wouldn't buy it for my collection, I'm kind of just like, okay, well, other people can enjoy it, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. So I kind of think, you know, because, like, if, like, and especially recently, too, with, actually, the knockoff companies have been getting better, too. I've seen, like, Lego, it seems like it's not, like, quite where it's going to be, like, a big competition where they have to lower their prices, but, like, I think the kind of alternatives to buying Lego are, getting a little bit better, though, a bit more high quality. So I think Lego might have some competition soon. So maybe, I think I'm dreaming a little bit here, but maybe we'll see some lower prices soon if the knockoffs actually get like licensed sets and they are able to get the attention of like these big kind of brands. So maybe that'll result in Lego being like, okay, we can't lose too many people to the other companies, so I guess we'll lower prices. Because, like, when you think about it, Lego's kind of got a monopoly going on right now, which I think is, and it's also just so popular, which is why all of the sets are as expensive as they are, because like the only big competition is like Playmobil and Mega Bloks, and I'll be real, no one likes Mega Bloks. I feel like I don't know anybody who actually has Mega Bloks, but I've only seen the only ones I've seen people buy for Mega Bloks are like they have like some Halo sets, I want to say, and like I think they have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and SpongeBob now, because I remember Lego actually used to have the license to both SpongeBob and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think they just weren't using it, so they ended up losing the license to Mega Bloks, and I think there's been a few other instances where that's happened too. I'm honestly surprised they haven't lost the DC license, because they really just have not made too many DC sets. I think that's literally what happened with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and SpongeBob. They had the rights to the thing, but they just were not making sets for it, so they decided to make more money with Mega Bloks. When I was younger, I bought DC and Star Wars. No, don't get the 2013 gunship. Get the 2002 UCS Yoda for sure. Yeah, the 2002 UCS Yoda for the win. Definitely. Oh my gosh. And while I'm at it, I think I'm also going to buy the, what is it? The 2000 Millennium Falcon that literally looks like it was built in Minecraft. I'm going to get that set too, for real. And I think what I also really want to do as well too, I just bought Luke's Landspeeder. I think I really want to build an army of the Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder sets as well too. So I think I'm gonna do that as well too. We'll see. No, but for real though, those like sculpture sets, I feel like for Star Wars, they can either be really, really good. Like we saw with like the UCS R2-D2, that set is fantastic. Or it can be like the Chewbacca, or the 2020 Yoda is also really creepy. They either do a really good job at them, or they are just like the worst Lego sets you will ever see. Like where if you bought that in your Lego collection, you would, and you like wake up at 3 a.m, you would probably be like super creeped out by it, I would say, because they just like, I don't like when they try and like recreate the almost like human-like features and like the kind of UCS scale sets, because they just end up looking weird, I would say. It's like if they put a nose on a Lego minifigure, it just gets to the point where it looks like too realistic to where it just doesn't look good, and it's kind of just creepy, in my opinion. Also, we have one side of the wing for the Javelin, so I think we just have one more wing, and then we have ourselves a finished Lego Javelin set. So that's good. I think we're at a little over an hour for our live stream. So I think, you know, it's pretty good, pretty successful YouTube live stream for the first time doing it. Even though I'm still kind of playing around with some of the features and stuff, I think this, like I said earlier, definitely the start of something good, I would say. And I'm excited for our other sets that we'll build. I think we're going to have some great ones in the month of August, but for now, the only other one we've got is Luke's Landspeeder. So it's going to be a little bit before we have like some really good sets. I'm excited for the Marvel sets that they're releasing. I'm getting the Spider-Man No Way Home set, obviously, because that set literally is a masterpiece. And I'm also going to get the Avengers Endgame one and the Captain America shield. So I'm excited for those ones. Also, I got a lot of Ninjago as a kid, but I hate Ninjago now. The 2019 Yoda is good. It's good up until the face. The face looks weird, I would say. I don't like the eyes. The eyes are super creepy. I don't like those. So I would agree up until then, because I don't know. It's hard for Lego, I think, to kind of replicate facial features without it looking weird. Like, it's not really like it's the fault of the designer. It's just like hard to do that, I think. So it's just not for me, I would say. But I think I can kind of appreciate it a little bit. BB-8 and BD-1 build figures are good. I think they're good too. Also, you guys sell all your sets to fill all of your shelves with Luke's Landspeeders. Agree. Yes. Also, Grogu and Yoda, despite the creepy eyes. I do like Grogu. I have Grogu in my collection, and I do like him. Also, we have finished, guys. We finished. There we go. What about Vader's castle? So, bad news. I actually was very excited, and I already built Vader's castle. So I'm sorry. I know I really should have saved that. That would have been a good set to build on live. But I got a little too excited. I had wanted that set for ages, and I already built it. So I'm sorry. But we'll have the summer wave to build, so we'll make up for it. We'll make up for it. Don't worry. But let me show off actually this set that we just finished up. And then I'll show off the new sets that I built kind of in my absence here. So show us Vader's Castle, definitely. And I'll show you all the new changes too. But here's what we just finished though tonight. This is the Javelin, and we've got a nice little cockpit which will open up and you can fit all of the members of the Justice League included in the set. You probably have to take off Hawkman's wings though, because those probably won't fit inside of there. And then you can also open up this back area here. It's kind of hard to get it to separate, but there's more seating available inside of here, which looks nice and kind of just locks into place here. There's some bombs inside of this piece, which is nice, and like there's flick missiles on the bottom. And then we also get Darkseid's little cruiser looking thing. I don't even know what this is. It looks kind of goofy, if I'm being completely honest, but you can pose the man himself, Darkseid, on it. He kind of falls off really easily though. I think that's one of the play features is like, oh, he's supposed to tip off of the thing, but very happy to get Darkseid. He was kind of one of the main reasons why I bought this set, because he's so expensive if you buy him separately. He's like at least $30, but anyway, I'm gonna move this over to the DC shelf for now, because like, you know, why not? Even though we don't have the stand, let's just have it with my DC stuff. We'll just lay it down there for now, but that'll be different. You're able to hold off on the org builds. That was hard. I had to wait like a month to build that. Yeah, that was rough. But some of the new stuff I've gotten since I last did a live stream, this is the first TikTok live, or YouTube live, but I used to go live, for those of you who aren't on TikTok, I used to go live on TikTok like almost every week, and I build like most of the sets in my Lego collection. It's been like a few weeks, I think, since I've done that, but the new sets that I've built in my absence have been this Jim Lee Batman art. Also, I got the Killer Croc Big Fig today too, and I built this Batboat Harbor Pursuit. I also built, what else have I done recently? I think I got the Sif art. I got this 332nd Trooper, which is built with the Sif art pieces, and we got Vader. And then I also recently built the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. I also got, of course, what Cole Mitchell's talking about is Vader's Castle. I've kind of got like a little Mustafar display. We have dual Mustafar. We have this Kenobi duel as well, which I think goes good. And then Vader's Castle. I'm going to put Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator in that gap right there. So that's planned for the future after I get the summer wave of sets. And then I've got a few sets that I could put in here. I kind of want to get, I think it's called the... I don't remember what it's called, but it's the set that has Pong Krell in it from Clone Wars. I want to put that right here. So I think that'll be good for the expansion. And, oh, I also got a Tauntaun recently. I got that the other day, which is cool. But I don't think I've built actually many sets in my absence. I thought it was a lot more, but I guess not. We just had a few really good ones that I've been waiting for. And then soon we'll have Luke's Landspeeder built as well, and then after that it'll be time for the summer wave of stuff. But what's up, Broken Property? Welcome in. Welcome into the live stream. We actually just finished up building the Javelin set. I need to build a stand for it, but once I do have a stand built, I think it'll fit in much nicer with the DC stuff. Hold on, don't yet. I'm gonna find the Punk Krell set. Okay, yeah, sure. I guess I'll do I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, but I'll show off everything that has been new since the last collection tour video. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of what's to come in the new collection tour video that I'm doing in about a week. I want to say I think I might do 2 uploads. It's not a TIE fighter. It's like I think it's called a wing or something, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. Just search Pong Krell on Bricklink and you might be able to find it. But here is the Palace Cinema placed with everything else that I did. So that's new. What else? The new sets I just showed. I actually rearranged my entire collection as well. So this Star Wars stuff actually used to be on this side of the room. And what also is new? I've got the Guardians 3 headquarters. And I've got Star-Lord. I've got the Star-Lord helmet as well. He's new. And then Mjolnir is in the corner here. And I want to say that's it. I did rearrange a few things right here. So like I'm going to put the No Way Home battle right here. Disney Plus Series 2 Marvel CMFs. Probably going to go next to those guys. And then the new Avengers Endgame Final Battle I want to place right there. So I think that'll be cool. And then I do want to put Captain America's shield up top here. So I think that will look good as well. I heard we're supposedly getting a Piranha Plant buildable figure. Yes, Z95 Headhunter. That's it. Yep, boom. You got it. Yes, that's what it was. But I think in terms of other rumored sets, if they do end up doing the buildable Piranha Plant, I might put that in this gap right here. I do like to keep this clear, though, because it's kind of like my nightstand. But I think I could probably put a Piranha Plant right here and still have room for, like, a glass of water or something. But I think that's everything new. And I am starting to lose my voice a little bit. So I think we're going to end off here. We're almost at the 80-minute mark. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Really, means the world to me. I was not expecting to actually have people in here tonight. So it's good to be able to talk to y'all. And yeah, I hope to see y'all in another live stream soon. We will probably do one sometime next week with Luke Skywalker's Land Speeder. But it's good to be back. And yeah, that's all for tonight. So thank y'all so much for watching. Look forward to, I have a new upload coming out on Wednesday. So look out for that. But peace out, y'all. Good talking with you, Nacho. Good talking with you, Cole Mitchell. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching, y'all.